Test. Okay, hello there. Bonjour. Good morning. Today we're gonna be reading the book Dracula, and we're gonna be reading the Saddleback Educational Publishing Edition. Saddleback's Illustrated Classics. So this is the cover. As you can see, you have Dracula the Vampire with this woman. The original writer is called Bram Stoker. So let's start it. Yeah, about the author. According to the Reverend Montague Summers, an authority on vampirism and author of The Vampire, His Kith and Kin and the Vampire in Europe, the vampire is one who has led a life of more than ordinary mortality and unbridled weakness, a man of full, gross and selfish passions, of evil ambitions, delighting in cruelty and blood. Bram Stoker creates such a man in the character of Count Dracula. Stoker was born in Dublin in 1847, at a time when reports of vampirism were rampant. He made the most of this in his tale of horror. Dracula, the story is enhanced by the superstitious nature of the people and the protective measure they take to escape vampires. Garlic and crucifix become especially significant as they save the life of the intended victim more than once in the history. In addition to Dracula, certainly his most famous contribution, Stoker, also wrote dramatic criticism and articles for the Dublin Mail. One story, Dracula's Guest, was to have been the opening chapter to Dracula, but the story survives well without it. He wrote one other novel, The Lair of the White Worm, but is little known. Okay. The main character, Count 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 Dracula. Jonathan Harker, Mina, Dr. Van Helsing, Lucy. Uh, from Jonathan Harker's diary. I had come here on business, but what I found has scared me beyond belief. I am locked in. The only way out is through the windows. These may be my last words. This castle is my prison, but I must escape and warn the people of London about Count Dracula. It was a long trip on which my business company sent me from the busy London of the 1890s to the White Carpathian Mountains of Transylvania on May 31. I reached Bistris, last stop before Castle Dracula. Are you the Englishman? Yes, I'm Jonathan Harker. Welcome, Count Dracula has told us how to help you. Hmm, this guy. A seat had been saved for me on the Bukovina coach leaving the next morning, but at the last minute the innkeepers tried to keep me from leaving. But it is St. George's Eve. At midnight the dead rise. Evil has full power. Wait a day. When I told them that my business could not be put off, the good woman made me wear her cross. Wear it for your mother's sake. I had read that every known superstition in the world comes from the Carpathian Mountains. The people are kind, but ignorant and superstitious. That sign again? What is it? A charm against the evil. A. That night we came to the Borgo Pass, where Count Dracula's private coach was to meet me. At the meeting, the other passengers became very nervous, but I was only thankful to be nearing the end of my trip. Mr. Harker, the Count is waiting for you. I will take your bags. Vico's luck. God help us. Or dog. What? I must have fallen asleep and dreamed, for the trip was like a nightmare. The carriage seemed surrounded by howling wolves. The horses were scared. Then the driver got down, waved his arm, and the wolves turned around and ran. I must have dreamed. A man cannot control wolves. We are here. If you get down, Mr. Harker. Empty. No bell. No knocker. No lights. Am I still dreaming? Suddenly, there were rattling chains and the clanking of large locks. Count Dracula! Enter freely and of your own will. I am Dracula. Welcome to my house. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness you bring. His grip is as strong as steel and as cold as ice. Come in. You must be chilled and hungry. The fire and food were welcome sights, and did away with my fears. Please be seated and eat. I have eaten already. Thank you. Here are the papers from Mr. Hawkins. After I gave him the papers from Hawkins, I felt my trip was finished. I was very tired. Good, excellent. And he says that you will follow my wishes. Yes, certainly, sir. The sun was setting. I could hear the howling of wolves nearby. Listen, the children of the night, what music they make. You people who live in the city do not understand the thrill of the hunter. No, I only feel sorry for the poor animal being hunted. Come, your bedroom is ready. Sleep as late as you wish. Tomorrow I must be away. Sleep well and dream well. Thank you, Count. Count. So began my stay at Castle Dracula. I thought strange things, but was too tired to know what was real and what I only dreamed. The next day I found a cold breakfast waiting for me. Strange, everything's ready, but no servant. In the room next to the dining room, I found a library with a good English section, even including railway guides and local maps. But all day I saw no one, heard nothing but the wolves outside. The castle seemed empty. The count returned and again dinner was served, but still no servant, and Dracula did not eat anything. Afterward, we talked about Carfax Abbey, the property bought for Dracula in London. I'm glad that it is old and big to live in a new house would kill me. The chapel is here. I'm happy that there is an old chapel. We Draculas do not like our bones to lie with the common dead. We are a proud and old people. The blood of Attila flows in my veins. We Draculas have defeated many people. We are proud and love war. You might say we are bloodthirsty. To your but come, my friend, write to your employer and say that you shall stay with me for a month. You wish me to stay so long? I will not take no for an answer. Did not Hawkins say that it how? Did not Hawkins say that you would follow my wishes? What could I do but stay? I was there on my business for Mr. Hawkins, not on my own. The days passed. I looked through many rooms of the castle, but I saw no living person, and always came to a locked door. There was no exit. Another strange thing was that I could find no mirrors in the castle. It's a good thing I brought my own shaven mirror. One evening Dracula came up behind me without my hearing. Good evening, friend Harker. Count Dracula. And also unseen. But I can see him in the mirror. I frighten you. You've cut yourself. Suddenly the Count's eyes filled with fury, and he grabbed my throat. There is blood on your throat. But, sir, it is nothing. Across, at sight of the lance-lated gift, Dracula's strange fury passed. Be careful how you cut yourself. It is dangerous in this country. It is this terrible thing that has caused the cut away with it. Count Dracula, no! And my mirror shattered into 1,000 pieces on the rocks far below. Time passed in this lonely nightmare way of living. Keeping my diary was one of the things I did. Is the Count a madman, or am I? Practically, I am his prisoner, with no way out and no communication with the outside world. Perhaps soon, when a month is up, he will send me safely on my way. Often I stood at the open window of my prison, breathing fresh air and looking over the countryside. Then one night, something is climbing on the wall. It is Dracula, climbing down the wall. I went to bed with fear in my heart. What manner of man is this? Or what manner of beast that looks like a man? It will make me feel better to have the old lady's cross nearby. I slept. Then suddenly I woke. There was a bright moonlight, and a feeling that I was not alone. I lay still, unable to move. Go on, you're first, and I shall follow. He's young and strong. There's blood enough for all. As if under a magic spell I could not move, I watched the strange woman come closer from under my eyelids. My throat, if I only could reach the cross. Suddenly, as if from nowhere, how dare you touch him when I had told you not to? Back, this man belongs to me. But are we to have nothing? Good his lips, I promise you, shall have him when I am done with him tomorrow. Horror overcame me, and I passed out. When I opened my eyes again, it was daylight and I was alone. When the people back in the village spoke of Vikoshak, vampires, I thought they were superstitious and ignorant. God help me, I was the one who was ignorant. Now I know the Count wants me to die today. I was without hope. Anything was better than sitting and waiting for death. If only I can reach another part of the castle, perhaps I can find an unlocked door to the outside. I remembered the sound of the mirror smashing the rocks, and was careful not to look down. If I'm careful, it goes inch by inch. A stairway perhaps this leads down and out. The chapel where the Count's ancestors are buried, but someone has been working here not long ago. Sent to Count Dracula, Carfax Abbey, London, England. What does he mean to do? Suddenly his plan was clear. I was helping to move this horrible vampire to London, where for centuries he might drink the blood from its helpless millions. I picked up the only weapon around. But a person can kill the undead with just a shovel. Though he was asleep, the Count's eyes seemed to stop me, and the shovel dropped from my hands. Cannot strike. There was no way out of the chapel but the way I had come in. There was no escape down the wall. That was better than staying as Dracula's prisoner. I must take my chances, and pray that is not too far down. After climbing down the castle wall, there was a long period of time when nothing was clear. I must have wandered for a long time. There were times when I just passed out and remembered nothing. At other times I thought with all kinds of beasts, wolves and giant bats, and ghost women fought for my blood. At times an angel of mercy seemed to drive the monsters away. And then one day I opened my eyes and found myself in bed in a strange room, with a nurse standing nearby. Where am I? You are in a hospital in Budapest. You have been ill, but now, God be praised, you're better. I felt very weak and mixed up, sir. What happened? How did I come here? I can remember. You must not try to remember. You must relax and keep calm and grow strong again. I was surprised to learn that I had been ill for nearly 6 weeks. I knew that my friends and Mrs. Hawkins must be worried, and the nurse wrote to them at once, to Miss Mina Murray and to Mr. Peter Hawkins. We were worried that we did not know how to let your friends know sooner. Mina came to me as quickly as boat and train could bring her, and it was a happy day when we were together again. Mina, Jonathan, my dearest. Years later, Mina told me of the warning that the doctor gave her. He had had a very bad shock which caused brain fever. Be careful that nothing else like this excites him for a long time to come. He will probably be weak for a long time. This warning made her ready to agree to my wishes about my diary. I don't know whether the things written here are real or the ideas of a madman. I can't remember them. I don't want to read them, but I have a feeling it should not be destroyed. Will you keep it? I will put it away and hope we never will need to look at it again. We were married almost at once by the English minister. It was not the wedding we had planned, but it's still a beautiful and happy event. I now pronounce you man and wife. It was still a few weeks before I could leave the hospital and return to England. To fill my mind, Mina told me of what had happened to her while I was away. You have often heard me speak of my dear friend Lucy Wanstera. Lucy and her mother were vacationing in Whitby, and invited me to join them there. It's such a lovely place. I had visited the seaside town of Whitby myself, and I could picture the two girls there. The first day we walked around the village and found what became our favorite spot. We sat there often, Mina said, and talked of you and Lucy's fiancé, Arthur Holmwood. We had one problem. Lucy began to walk in her sleep. She hadn't done that since she was a child. Lucy, dear. Lucy's mother asked me to lock our bedroom door at night and keep the key. Her father did the same thing. I'm so afraid she will have an accident and hurt herself. She's excited about her coming wedding, and she misses Arthur. One night there was a terrible storm. Nobody slept. That ship! It'll crash on the rocks! Greatest and most sudden storm on record strikes Whitby Harbor. Miraculous escape of vessel. But the ship did not land on the rocks. Instead, it was found on the sandy beach at the moment it hit. Look! A great dog! More like a wolf! The safe land seemed even more strange when it was learned that it was steered by the hand of a dead man. Dead? And for days, I would say? And not another person on board? The captain's log, read the investigation, told the story of a terrible voyage. July 6, finished taking cargo, silver sand, and boxes of earth. Ship Demeter sailed from Karna at noon. Crew 5 men, 2 officers and myself, captain. July 16, mate, reported one of the crew. Petrovsky, missing, could not explain it, crew upset. July 24, entering Bay of Biscay. Last night another man lost. 2 crew and searched ship. Found nothing among cargo of stacked coffin-like boxes. We've searched from stem to stern, and there's no one else aboard. July 29th. Second mate is missing, and crew's afraid. They believe there is an evil person aboard. It is there! He's here! Save me! Save me! July 30th. Last night we slept soundly, awakened by mate telling me that both men of watch and steersman missing. Only self and mate are left. August 1st. Had hoped to land somewhere to port, but we are surrounded by a mysterious fog. Mate seems to be going mad. August 3rd. Still fog, running before wind, as mate and I could not handle sails alone. At midnight mate ran to me on deck, a raging madman. Before I could move to grab him, the mare threw himself into the sea. Stop, man! The sea will save me from him. It is all that is left. I have seen him, and the mate is right, but I am captain, must not leave my ship. I am growing weak. I shall tie my hands to the wheel and hold this cross. He will not dare to touch it. Weeks had passed while Mina told me what happened, and first she could visit me only a short time each day, but I got better quickly. Soon I could walk to the balcony and sit in the sun. The outcome of the investigation was an open one. The mystery could not be solved, but to Whitby folk, the poor captain who brought his ship and cargo safe to port was a hero. And the dog? The dog disappeared into the darkness and was never seen again, though many people looked for it and want to help it. Strange. But Mina, at that time, was having more important problems. My long absence was still a mystery, and Lucy was sleeping walking. Lucy? She isn't here. And the darky is gone. Her clothes are all here. She didn't dress. She can have gone for. Quietly, I looked through the house, but could not find her. And the outside door was open. I threw on a robe and rushed out. She'll be chilled. I'll take a wrap. But where can she be? There was not a soul in sight. I ran along the walk, but could see no sign of the white figure I looked for. Could she possibly have gone to our favorite seat? I don't know where else to look. Yes, she's there, and there's someone else. And there is someone or something behind her. I ran as hard as I could, and I called out. Not a soul in sight, and Lucy is still asleep. She was breathing in long half-breaths, and her throat seemed to hurt her. Poor dear, she must be chilled. I tied the blanket at her throat with a safety pin to leave my hand free, and gently awoke her and let her hum. Oh, Mina, where am I? What did I do? Shh! We'll soon be home, dear. The next morning, when we awoke, Lucy seemed well, but I was worried when I saw 2 tiny red marks like pin pricks on her throat. Oh, Lucy, your throat, how clumsy! I must have stuck you with the pin last night. It's nothing at all. I can even feel it. We spent a happy day, though for me, not quite perfect. What a wonderful weather. Is this air? I like a greedy person. Bravo encore! If only Jonathan were here. I thought Lucy would sleep soundly that night. Nevertheless, I locked our door and tied the key to my wrist. Suddenly I awoke. The window! The window! She's still sleeping. A great bed, but I have frightened it away. The next morning, Lucy was pale and without energy, but a letter in the morning may lift her spirits. It's from Arthur. He's coming here. He wants us to be married at once. I'm so happy for you, my dear. But at that time, I was even more interested in my own letters. News from Jonathan at last. Oh, he has been ill. He's in Budapest. Mr. Hawkins will send me to him at once. And so Mina's story of our being apart had a happy ending, with our marriage and my return to health, and we left the hospital in Budapest with thanks to the kind people there. Goodbye, and all my thanks. I hope I can care for him as well as you have done. Good luck, and all happiness. God bless you both. As the train neared London, I was happy to be there. I had been away a long time. Almost home, Mr. Hawkins wrote that he would meet us with his carriage. I'm eager to hear about Lucy and her wedding plans. After dinner, Mr. Hawkins had a surprise for us. My dears, your health and success. I've known you both from childhood, and I want you to make your home here with me. I'm all alone, and in my will I have left you everything. It was happy evening. We could hardly offer thanks, but perhaps Mr. Hawkins had had a warning, for 3 nights later he died suddenly in his sleep, and it was a shocking blow. Let us pray for our dear departed friend. To help us forget, we walked home from the funeral suddenly on the crowded street. My God, it is the man himself, do you see? No, dear, I don't know him. I felt ill, dizzy, and shaken. I might have fallen if Mina had not helped me a near bench. I believe it is the Count, but he has grown young. My God, if this is true, if I only knew. Oh, my dear, you are ill again. I'll call a cab and take you home. They say troubles never come alone. When we reached home, we found a telegram from Mina. No, it can be true. You will be grieved that Mrs. Western died 5 days ago and that Lucy died the day before yesterday, both to be buried tomorrow. Van Helsing. It was good that I had so much business to look after. There was no time to worry. Before I left the next morning, I asked Mina to do something. My dear, will you get out my diary and read it today? Your diary? Of that terrible time. You, yes, the time has come. You must help me decide. Was I mad or sane? Of course, if it's what you really wish. Poor Jonathan. Was it brain fever? Or is what he writes true? These things seem connected. That fearful Count was coming to London, and Jonathan was so sure he saw him yesterday. If only there were someone we could ask for help, but who would believe that Jonathan was not mad? At that very moment, an important letter arrived for Mina. From the foreign doctor who took care of Lucy, he has read my letters to her and knows of her trouble. He wants to see me. It's like an answer to prayer. I'll ask him to come tonight. He's worried about what happened to Lucy, but still he might help us. So when I returned Rome that evening, I found we had an important visitor. Dr. Van Helsing. This is my husband, Jonathan. Happy to meet you. How do you do, sir? And so we heard the sad, strange story of Lucy Wenster's sickness and death. When Dr. Seward could not cure Miss Lucy's illness, he sent for me to come from Amsterdam. I'm so weak, sometimes I can hardly breathe, and when I sleep I have terrible dreams. Don't worry, my dear, we will take care of you. I agree there has been much blood lost, but she's not anemic, yet there must be a cause. I must go back home and think. For 2 days there were good reports from Dr. Seward to Amsterdam. Then on the third day a telegram arrived. Terrible change for the worse. Come at once. Seward. When Van Helsing saw Lucy again, he was shocked at her unnatural paleness. She would die in need of blood. There must be a blood transfusion at once. I have sent for her fiancé. As soon as Arthur Holmwood arrived, I would give the last drop of blood for her. We don't need that much. The transfusion was a success. See, her color returns. I will fix her pillow. My God, those marks on her throat. I must go to Amsterdam for books and other things we need right away. You must stay here and watch her all night. Do not sleep. But on the second night, toward morning, Dr. Cyril finally fell asleep. The noise at the window again. And when Van Helsing returned the next morning, dear God, not dead. She's barely alive. After another blood transfusion, Luz got her strength back. Enough. She'll be fine now. See what I brought for you, Miss Lucy? All the way from Holland. Oh, flowers! You're teasing me. These flowers are only garlic. It's no joke. Garlic is a medicine which will be good for you. How funny, like a magic spell to keep out evil spirits. Exactly like that. Do not take the flowers off your neck. And do not open the window tonight, I promise, and thank you for all you've done. During the night, Lucy was awakened by a loud howl from outside. What is it? I'm frightened. I was uneasy about you, darling. Are you all right? You'll catch cold, mother. Lie down beside me. Suddenly there was a crash, and a thin gray head came through the glass. A wolf! Heaven help us! It is all right, mother. The garlic has stopped it. My mother pulled at my flowers. The flowers Dr. Van Helsing warned me. But mother, her weak heart, I must get help. The maids will help me. They've been drugged. They're out cold. Mother, Dad, the maid's asleep. The wolf is still outside. The wolf still howls outside. God help me to stay alive this night. In the morning, the doctors looked over the scene with sad, white faces. My God! Both dead? Miss Lucy is still alive. Quick, another blood transfusion. Shall I send for her fiancé? Yes, quickly. She will come too soon. But I fear death is near. Lucy awoke and told us of the awful night. Then she slept and Arthur Holmwood arrived. We'll call you when she awakes. I promise. Suddenly there was a strange change in Lucy's face. But her teeth are sharper, her eyes look wild, and the throat marks have gone. Holmwood came in, and Lucy called to him in a new, exciting voice. Arthur, my love, kiss me. Lucy, darling. Van House grabbed Holmwood and pulled him away. Lucy's arms fell and eyes closed. Do not go near her for the safety of your soul and hers. As Lucy died, the terrible look left her face. Her face once more showed its own pure beauty. It is the end. Not so. It is only the beginning. What do you mean? We must save Miss Lucy from the life of the walking dead. You and I, Seward, must perform an autopsy. We must remove the head and the heart from the body. No, never! I want to have her cut apart. Good God, man. We loved her. Don't you understand? Understand? You do not. But I hope there is still time to change your minds. Mina and I were upset by Dr. Van Housen's story. Oh, poor Lucy. But even on my way here tonight, I learned that there is no more time. Did you see the story of the small children who were missing from their homes overnight? The ones who said they were tempted by a blowful lady? Yes, but they were not hurt. Each child who spoke of a blowful lady had two tiny throat wounds just over the jugular vein. Throats wounds like Lucy's. At Castle Dracula, it was always the throat those monsters went after. And so, my friends, I come to you for help. Of course, anything, but what can we do? I need Miss Mina's story of Lucy sleepwalking and the diary of your visit to Castle Dracula. Van Helsing left with the diary, saying we would hear from him soon. We waited nervously, but his letter came the next day, and the news was good. He swears that I'm not mad and never was mad. He says that you are sane and also strong and brave. But if the diary is true, is Dracula really in London? Van Helsing asked us to come and stay at Dr. Seward's tonight. Perhaps he will explain everything then. When we reached Dr. Seward's house that night, I made a surprising discovery. Carfax Abbey, the place I bought for Dracula. It is next to Seward's. Quick, we must tell Van Helsing. But Van Helsing, Seward, and Holmwood had left to carry out an important mission. Dr. Seward asked that you make yourselves at home. While we waited, Van Helsing was leading the other men to a surprising place. A graveyard? For God's sakes, where are you taking us? Trust me, I must prove you that things you don't believe are true. The tomb where Lucy is buried. Yes, Arthur will open it. Arthur, will you open it with your key? No, I forbid it. This is not holy. I come from my own land to help a sweet lady whom I too came to love. I still try to help her. I don't understand, but I'll try. No, don't open it. Be careful at what you're doing, sir. If Miss Lucy's dead, there can be no wrong to her, and if she's undead, we must save her. No, I can't look. It is empty. Yes, it is empty. She walks. This is a nightmare of horrors. Professor, is this your doing? No, on my honor, this is a bitter thing, but necessary. Van Helsing led the others outside to a hidden spot near the tomb. A bell struck midnight far away. A dog howled. See, she comes! Like a vampire, the undead Lucy fed upon the child. My God, Lucy! At the sound, Lucy pulled back like a cat, with an angry growl. Who dares stop me? When she saw Arthur, Lucy's anger changed to smile, her voice to a devil-like sweetness. Come to me, Arthur, my beloved, my arms long for you. Arthur, as if under a magic spell, moved toward Lucy. Lucy, my dear. Arthur, she must not touch you. See, the cross overcame her. She thrust in the tome. Professor spoke of saving Lucy. Now I understand, but how? Bluford laid hot gun. He's not badly hurt, thank God. Take care of this child, Seward, while Arthur comes with me. In God's name, tell me, how was my Lucy changed into the devil? Lucy died from the bite of a vampire. All who die this way become vampires themselves and are undead forever. Her role as a vampire has just begun. These children whose blood she sucks are not yet bad, but if she continues, they will lose more blood and die. They will then come under her power and become as she is. They attack others in a circle of evil which grows larger. But if she were to become a true dad, yes, what then? The children will get better, and the soul of this poor lady will be freed to take its place with the other angels. She must be freed, Professor, but how? A stick must be driven through her heart must be cut from her body, and her mouth stuffed with wolf's bane. I have brought the things we will need. I will do it. It shall be my hand that sets her free. Take the stake in your left hand, place the point over the heart and strike. Do not stop until it's done. The thing in the coffin twisted and turned, and a terrible scream came from the bloody lips as Arthur Holmwood drove the stick that wound free her deep into her heart. Then the tearful task was over. The hammer fell from Holmwood's hand, and he fell back. Brave man, you will die thankful later. Look, now she's God's true innocent dead. Bless you, dear Lucy. May you rest in peace forever. Van Helsing sent Arthur to wait outside while he finished the horrible job he had to do. With her head free from her body and her mouth stuffed with wolfsbane, the one who made her undead can never take her back. The child is safe in good hands. But, Professor, who caused this awful thing? Oh, yes, that is our next job, to find him and to protect his future victims. We go to meet those who can supply the missing pieces. The three men returned to Dr. Seward's, where we, the Harkers, wait for them. The next morning, Dr. Van Helsing put the story together for us. 600 years ago, David Dracula was a great warrior who led his people against the Turkish armies. As the price of victory, he is said to have made a deal with the devil. Instead of death, he found an unending life as an undead vampire. He came to England with his filthy, earth-filled coffins on the doomed ship, attacking its crew. He found Miss Lucy weakened in the night and attacked her. Now he has come to London, hoping to grow strong from the blood of many victims. This is our enemy. We have all suffered from him. Do we promise ourselves to find him and destroy him? Yes, we do. As a vampire, Dracula has many powers. He has the strength of 20 men, with vision in the dark. He can freeze his victims with his magic stare. He can go order the fog and storm to hide him. He can change to wolf or bat or rat, and call the meaner animals to help him. He can come on moonlight rays and slip into places through the smallest holes, but still he is not free. His power stops at dawn. He can change his form only at noon or at sunrise or sunset. He must have a coffin with the dust of his ancestors in it, for safety when his powers are weak. He has no power against the holy cross, the garlic, the stick through the heart, the head cut from the body. In daylight hours he must have a place to hide. If we can find his 50 coffins and make them unlivable to him, he's powerless. That is our first job. I have the necessary informations at my office. Unnoticed, Seward had walked to the window. I great bat at the window. I can no longer stand the creature. Dracula himself trying to overhear our plans. In a few hours I had done what I must and reported back to my friends at Dr. Seward's. 50 coffins were delivered to Carfax Abbey, but some were later removed. Good work. Tomorrow we'll find them. Now for a good night's sleep. In our bedroom I feel I fell asleep at once, but Mina was restless and uneasy. Later she described what happened next. Oh, what is it? Who's there? Silence! One sound and I'll kill him before your very eyes. Mina was in a half faint. She felt his lips upon her throat. Now you, the one they love, are blood of my blood, and shall be my helper. Mina's scream brought us running. What? It's Dracula himself. Fools, if you try to stop me, you too shall be punished. The sun rose on a tired group of people, but Mina was brave, and there was work to do. We destroyed the coffin stored in the Piccadilly house, and we've taken care of those in Bermondsey. Now quick to Carfax Abbey. We broke into the old chapel where the coffins were kept and set to work. For each a bunch of wolfsbane and cross, and a vampire is kept from them forever. 15 coffins destroyed in Piccadilly, and 16 in Bermondsey, and 18 here. There's one missing then. Dracula still has a safe place. We've lost him. There's still hope Madame Mina can help. Let us return to her. But when we returned, Mina met us with a heartbreaking story. The evil marks are on my throat. I can feel Dracula's mind look into mine. To learn your plans before I bring harm to you, I must die. No, my child, you must not die. While Dracula is still among the undead, your death would make you as he is. You must live and help us. It is a two-way thing. Since your mind and his mind are in touch, I will learn from you where he has gone through hypnosis. Sleep, sleep, and feel. Where are you? It is dark. I am closed. Water is lapping around me. I hear the cracking of chains. Are you in a ship, a sailing vessel? Yo, yes. Now we know what is in Dracula's mind. Escape his plans have gone wrong. He sails away to rest for a later try. Where would he go for safety? We must follow and stop him. Once he reaches his castle, he is safe for centuries to come. But on the way between dawn and sunset, he's open to attack. It was a terrible journey. We traveled always by the fastest means, but fate, or was it Dracula, slowed us down. We missed some trains, both engines broke down, and our coach lost the wheel, but he always protected Van Helsing's valuable bag and our weapons. At last, we came close to the castle. We could see a group of gypsies carrying a coffin. Oh, are we in time? The sun is sinking fast. Stop, or we'll fire. Fire into the air. They have no guns. It was an uneven battle. The gypsies dropped the coffin and ran. Quick, the sun is almost down. Dracula tried to freeze us with his stare, and in another second he would get back his powers. I thought of Mina, and with a great effort I fell on top of him, driving my knife into Dracula's throat as Holmwood drove his through the vampire's heart. For Mina, for Lucy, for all mankind. It was a miracle. Before our very eyes, the body crumbled into dust and the sun set. At the instant Dracula's body crumbled to dust, the marks left mine's throat. Van Helsing the next day entered the castle to bring a merciful second death to undead sisters there, to a brave and daring woman and the man who did so much for her. And so our terrible task ended where it began, at Castle Dracula. It was 7 years ago. Our dear Van Helsing, who led us through the flames, is godfather to our son and shares our present happiness. The end. Dracula. Dracula opens the door to the unknown. Do all superstitions have a basis in reality, or are they just folklore? Bram Stoker's Dracula is one of the most feared and most loved tales in literature. From Transylvania to London, the readers explore the dark side of mystery and intrigue, riding on the coattails of Dracula's escape, changing from wolf to bat, and living only in the nightmare. Do vampires really exist? Read Dracula and decide for yourself. All right. Thank you, everyone. This was the first book that we have read from the Saddleback series, Illustrated Classics. So, thank you again. Don't forget to leave some comments, to hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. See you.